I just want to find out worst and best episodes during the show. I know you guys are going to ask, I'm going to ask it first.
I said this in Melbourne. I probably have watched 5.
I love that. Well then, hang on, we're coming to you guys. So someone put up their hand who also wants to ask a question, but on the way, I'm going to ask, I imagine from what I'm getting, you didn't think the show was going to be big.
Right.
What, as an actor, what movies and what shows did you want to do? Like, if it sounds like you weren't like that at all interested in kind of getting.
I was a kid before this. I was a fan of like The Breakfast Club.
Beautiful.
And like that was Three's Company was a show that I was watching a lot of. I was watching a lot of like English humor, like Fawlty Towers and all of those things. Like that was really just my dad that was always his humor. So we watched so inappropriately, like Benny Hill and stuff like that.
Love it.
When I was young.
You fit right in over here, I reckon. All right, we're going to go to right here.
I'm going to ask a very basic question, but I'm wondering if you still have any contact with any of the cast from 90210?
I talk to everybody.
And what sort of connections do you have with them?
So after 10 years of doing the show, we're family. There's nobody else on the planet that went through what I went through aside from that cast of people. And that crew was people that were around, that were within the sphere of what it is we were doing. There's some people that I don't have amazing relationships with, and then some people that I do. But it's just like family. I have actual family members that I don't really speak to, and then I have other family members that are just they're my waking and sleeping thought, you know. So but I talk to everyone, and especially now we're doing these conventions. Like the '90s has really come back. So we're doing all of these conventions, and we're doing them as a cast. And now not having Luke with us and not having Shannon with us anymore, it really means so much more to be able to have those times together, whether it's just a weekend. When we were doing the reboot, that was really amazing because it was like summer camp. We had like 2 months in Vancouver. We all have families and kids, and we didn't have that same responsibility there, so we would go have dinner together and do those things. So we all have an amazing bond. Even the people that I don't have an amazing bond with, I still have an amazing bond with, if that makes any sense.
Who was your favourite person to work with on the show for 90210? While filming, who do you like working with the most?
I loved working with Tori. Honestly, I loved working with Ian.
Yeah.
Like David and Steve had a really fun relationship because Steve was so goofy. And so he kind of pulled that out of David, who was going through much more serious things on the show. So it was nice. He he lightened the mood when I was on set and doing scenes with him.
All right, just over here.
What was your favourite storyline to be involved in?
Probably the drug addiction, the crystal meth storyline.
No drugs were used on the set?
No drugs at all.
I don't believe you.
Just because like I was so clean at that point, and I had no one to even ask about what crystal meth does to your body and your system and how it is to deal with it. So it was really fun just to kind of research it and do all of that. That and the episode where David goes to find his mom. That was a fun one also. With the late great Tony Todd. He was amazing. And his name and Shannon's name were left out of the in memoriam at the Oscars. And so so let's do it now. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I just got one over here. What was that sound? Lasagna.
I've actually got 3 questions.
Oh my God.
Pick one.
3.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, my favourite question. How do you stay looking really well? Is there something you do health-wise? Like, is there...
I'm sorry, wait. What was the next part of the question?
Is there something that you do to, like, physically? Do you have a routine, a beauty routine that you do? Because
Oh
you
my
look
God,
fantastic.
beauty routine. No, so honestly, bar of soap. Like I'm the worst with. Ian takes amazing care of himself. He's like scrubbing his skin, and he's got all the lotions and the stuff, and he's got a whole like bedtime routine. I have none of that. If I remember to do anything, it's like my family throws a party because I don't do it.
Exercise?
I try and eat the best that I can. I've had issues before in the past with ulcerative colitis, so I've really learned what I can and can't handle dietarily. So I eat things in moderation. Like I'm half Italian, so I love bread. I love cheese. I love pasta and tomato, and those are tomato, gluten, and dairy are horrible things for ulcerative colitis. So I try and eat well, but in moderation. Like I'm a foodie also. I love to eat good food. So I figure if I save that experience for a really amazing restaurant and time with family and friends, then when I get home I can do the cauliflower crust pizza.
Cauliflower.
That was 3. Wait, shit, no, that was 2. God
That
damn
was
it,
that was
no.
3. That was
It
3.
wasn't, no,
It
She
was.
asked about my
Routine,
She had a
exercise.
third one.
Actually, do you still get nervous in front of people, and what keeps you going after all these years? What keeps you passionate about what you do?
So no, I don't get nervous in front of people. I actually really enjoy it. My passion at almost 52 years old is really promoting kindness with people. I think especially now, Jesus, especially in the United States. I don't know if anybody's been watching the news. Our political, there's some stuff going on. I think it's important to promote kindness, to make sure that people know the difference between nice and kind. Nice is an act you can put on depending on where you are. Oh, you're in front of a bunch of you should, be really nice because it's so-and-so's parents, or kind is who you are when nobody's watching. And I try my best to live consciously all day, like in every moment. It's not easy, but it gets easier the more I do it. My legacy is probably the most important thing to me. Having 5 kids,
Wow.
Did you just say
No, it wasn't me. It was him.
I said, wow. My brother has
I have
4.
3 already.
It's like when Kevin Hart was interviewing Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle said his age, and Kevin said, "Damn." He was like, "I'm sorry." So my legacy, especially with my kids, is the person that I'm remembered as. Not the things that I've done, not the money that I've made, not the things I've accomplished that way, but who I was as a father, as a grandfather, as a friend to other people. That's the most important thing in the world to me. So it's a choice. Everybody can do it. I know I know it sounds hard sometimes when you're in situations that are really difficult to step outside of it and not take it so personal or not be so affected by it, but it's just a choice that you make. It's a choice to be a certain way consistently. Life does this, and I've experienced it. And it does that whether I want it to or not. The only control that I feel like I have is the person that I choose to be during all of that. So I just choose to take the road less traveled, the high road as much as possible. I think the outcome, the end of the journey is going to be much better than if I took the average road.
When are you running for president?
In the States? Yeah. Yes, please. Give me a good 20, 30 years. Hi.
Hi again.
You said that you have tough questions.